Hello everyone. Good day and welcome to English Made Easy at Learning Arcade, where learning is fun. In this video, we are going to talk about sentence. When we want to express our thoughts, we use a group of words. When these group of words convey a meaning, they make sense, it is called a sentence. For example, the sun rises in the east. A group of words which make sense and they convey a meaning. So it's called a sentence. A sentence always starts with a capital letter T and usually ends with a full stop. Sometimes the sentence also ends with a question mark. For example, where is my book? Question mark. And sometimes also with an exclamation mark. What a studious girl. In a sentence, the group of words are arranged in a particular order or sequence. So let us see what this order is. So the first one is the name of the person or the thing about whom we are going to talk about. For example, Rita is reading a book. In this, we are going to talk about Rita. So Rita is the subject. Subject can be a single word or a group of words. For example, here we have Sai and Sudha went to school. So here Sai and Sudha is the subject. So over here, Rita is reading a book. The second half tells us about what the subject is doing, or it tells us more about the subject. This is called as the predicate. Rita is reading a book. What is Rita doing? Rita is reading a book. It is telling more about Rita, or it is telling more about the subject. Over here, Sai and Sudha went to school. Went to school. It is telling us more about what they are doing. So this is called as the predicate. So the order of sentence consists of the subject and predicate. Further, the predicate consists of verb, object, and rest of the sentence. Verb is a doing verb. Object, what the subject is doing, is called as the object. And you have the rest of the sentence. Let's see some examples. The cat caught a mouse yesterday. The cat is the subject about whom we are talking about. Caught. The verb, caught what? A mouse. Object. When? Yesterday. Rest of the sentence. Next example, Anna ate an apple. Anna is the subject. Ate, verb, an apple, object. Next, the baby is sleeping. The baby is the subject about whom we are talking about. Is sleeping is the verb which comes under predicate. Finally, Harsh and Krish met Rohan on the way. Now we saw earlier, the subject is not only a single word, it can also be a group of words. So Harsh and Krish, a group of words, met, that is the verb, Rohan, object, on the way, the rest of the sentence. So over here we saw all the sentence contains a subject, but the predicate, we have some sentence have the verb, the object and rest of the sentence. Some have the verb and an object. Some have only the verb. Generally, the order of the sentence is subject plus predicate. But sometimes the predicate comes before the subject. Like for example, when you want to emphasize a sentence. For example, into the bottom sank the sail. Or sometimes for up as a poetic phrase, Beyond the horizon, dainty stars beckon. These two, in these two sentences, you notice the predicate comes before the subject. Here the subject is the sail. The sail sank into the bottom. Here, over here in this sentence, the stars, dainty stars, this is the subject. Dainty stars beckon beyond the horizon. So over here we see the predicate comes before the subject, and this is for emphasis or as a poetic phrase. Sometimes the subject is completely omitted. For example, come in, shut the window. In this case, you come in, you shut the window. So the subject is omitted. This is called as the imperative sentence. Before we summarize, let me remind you to like, share and subscribe to Learning Arcade. Let us summarize. Today's video we saw about sentence, the order of sentence, that is a subject and predicate. We also saw wherein the predicate comes before the subject, and then we saw where subject is completely omitted. And that's all for today's video. Thank you and see you soon.